Troop 4 got started in 1917. It was founded by Lieutenant General Lord Baden-Powell in England in 1907. He took a group of scouts to a place called Brownsea Island, and he had an experimental camp there that was such a success. He wanted to launch a program for scouting in the UK, and within 3 years they had over 100,000 members worldwide, and they came to the United States in 1910. Since 1917, we've had over 1,500 youth members come through the troop. We've had over 15 Scoutmasters, and we've had over 150 Eagle Scouts. Very, very early on in the troop's history, it was World War I had just started in 1917. And in the fall of that year, two of our founding member scouts, Hudson and Daniel Morton, one was a patrol leader, the other one was an assistant patrol leader, they contacted Coach Yost and asked if he would like to buy what was known as a Liberty Bond, which are basically like savings bonds or war bonds. And Coach Yost said he would be delighted. And he did one better, and he arranged for the Michigan Daily, the local newspaper here on campus at the University of Michigan, to have a photo opportunity where Coach Yost on Ferry Field met with a bunch of his players during practice. He told them to hurry on over, boys, we're going to take a picture and I'm going to buy a bond. And so he posed with his players and assistant coach and the two scouts, and it made the front page of the Michigan Daily. And in December of that year, in 1917, it was on one of the articles in Boys Life magazine, and it got circulated all over the country. We stress service to all of our participants. We start with providing service to the church here at First United Methodist to say thank you for hosting us for the last 100 years and for giving us the place to meet and for sponsoring the troop. And so we do church cleanups here. We also do the Scouting for Food drive every fall, where the Esch family has made an extra effort in honor of their son Tim Esch to gather food for Scouting for Food. We also do a number of service projects up north in the Mackinac City area, including restoration work on several lighthouses, including St. Helene Island, where we've been doing projects there for over 25 years.
Dick Mole and Glicka, he was the president of Glicka, they were able to get a grant that was for $30,000, as I recall. And that was to put a new roof and all the windows that were gone, to rebuild all, to make it so that it was now closed in, the doors and everything like that. And he, one of the stipulations was that Glicka was to have matching funds. And so that was kind of tough to bring up, $30,000 or donate $30,000 themselves. But he found out that they could use manpower on an hourly basis. And so his first thought was to, since he was involved with Troop 4, he suggested, and he went out with the senior patrol leader at that time and showed him what could be done. And the scout was very impressed with what things needed to be done and how the Troop 4 could help. And they made an allegiance there, and so in 1989 was the first time that the troop went out. The oil house people on the mainland had come out and took the bricks out of each side of the building and took them off island. And so that was all rebuilt. The biggest project was the boathouse, which is probably a 20 by 30 building, or maybe 40. And it was from the ground up. It didn't have, the foundation had all been eroded away by the lake. And so that meant putting in foundation piers and starting at the very bottom. The reason everything had deteriorated was because, and were missing, was because the Coast Guard decided that the buildings were an attractive nuisance. And so they tore down all the buildings to make it so that people wouldn't go out there and set the place on fire.
We also do Arbor Crest Cemetery on Memorial Day, where we plant flags on veterans' graves, and then we also participate in a memorial service on Sunday.